Live again with dad number 3 of the day. I got another dad hanging out in the wings, ready to go live. He's probably going to like photobomb us. I got a feeling he's going to run through. He's one of those guys. Quinn Sypniewski joining us. Quinn, thanks for coming in.
Good to be here.
Good to see you. So we had your wife on the other day. We did an epic local segment about her bodybuilding adventures.
She is epic, that's for sure.
Right?
Yes.
She watching right now?
I'm sure she's probably recording it.
And your kids are sleeping.
They're asleep, yes. Yeah. In my household, when the kids are asleep, you kind of let that be. You don't wake them up early, or else it makes for a rough day.
You had a late night at the Incredibles.
Yes. I suggest to anybody that has kids or even is a fan of Disney or animated movies, get to the Riverwalk, get to Sypniewski or wherever it's playing, go see Incredibles 2. It's definitely worth the 14-year wait.
Right?
Yes.
Let's talk about you. This is a Father's Day tribute to the dads, but it's also epic local because you have a cool story. You're an ex-pro football player.
Yep, I had 4 years in Baltimore. I played here down in Boulder for 6 years.
So you went to school at CU?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I was on the Van Wilder plan. I like to joke around. I kind of spent a lot of time there. I had 4 years, of non-injuries and 2 years of injuries that kind of set me back a little bit. But eventually made it to Baltimore, played 4 years there, but then I had a knee injury that forced me to retire and found our way out here because of the doctors and kind of been here for about a little over 5 years now.
But now instead of being operated on, you have switched roles.
Yeah, I'm no longer under the blue sheet.
You're staring over the blue sheet.
Staring over the blue sheet, looking and I'm with a company called Arthrex, we're a medical supply company, and making sure that the doctors have what they need to treat their patients.
You're like, no, don't use that screw. Use this screw. Here, I got this one. I have an extra one in my pocket. Try this one out.
Can't carry him in the pocket, but all the sterile packaging necessary. But yeah, it's one of those things where doctors ask for certain things, and I have a whole bin and bring it into the OR for them and whatever they need or whatever they.
You dig it?
I love it. It's great. It's one of those things that I've always kind of had a passion. For anatomy and knowing just from my experience of knowing my body and knowing what's going on, and now to see all of the procedures that I've had done on my ankle, my knee, my shoulder, seeing those done from the outside now looking in is pretty cool.
I bet it is. Now let's talk about you as a dad, because we're going to shift gears a little bit. Your kids aren't here. What would they have to say about you if they were here right now? You can put it right out there.
I don't know.
Put it right
I don't know. Probably awesome, mean, happy, grumpy, angry, all of the above and in between, somewhere in that realm.
How's it been raising kids here in the Valley?
It's awesome. I can't imagine. I grew up in a small town in Iowa and had a lot of, in Iowa it's the DNR, Department of Natural Resources land. Here we call it BLM land. Right, but that's what my house backed up to when I was growing up. So I had all of that land to just roam and play and ride bikes, and we just would go out in the woods and to have that here now for the kids, but also to have the mountains is just phenomenal. I mean, they're both avid skiers. They got a Nordic skiing this year, which they absolutely loved. They both love being on the mountain. Did you pressure them into that, or they make that decision on their own? I kind of
Well,
no, I love it. I grew up, my parents just said, here, go do, they signed me up for every single activity possible and then just kind of let me pick and choose what I liked. And that's kind of what our philosophy is, just let them try everything and they'll find whatever their passion is, whether it be athletics, academics, cooking, who knows what.
Well, it's kind of like that Montessori life in a sense, where you're exposed to all these things and you're drawn to the things that you're fond of, and you can build on those.
Yeah, they just kind of go, and I mean, for me, it wasn't never one of those things. I wasn't one of those kids in the backyard wearing a jersey pretending I was so and so and playing. It just kind of like naturally evolved in the process. I was good enough to get to college, and then eventually I was good enough to get to the NFL, and I just kind of like took it step by step. And for a while there, I didn't think I was going to be able to play anymore after my surgeries in college, and then fortunately I was able to, and then that was kind of taken away from me after I got to the next level. But it set me up here, and I love it.
Well, thanks for coming in, dude.
Thanks, man.
Rad dad, Quinn Sypniewski. You see this guy around, you see his wife around. You can't miss him because they're both about 6 feet 8 inches. How tall are you?
6'7".
And your wife is what, 6 feet?
6 foot, yeah.
There you go, right there. All right, we have weather coming up next. Rad dad, we have another one standing by. Scott Leonard, we'll be right back.